Back, and today I will be reviewing my top 10 most detailed mods in my opinion, and then I will be doing 10 car mods or vehicle mods, and then at the end of the video I will do a few configuration pack videos. So I will now proceed to move on to the most detailed car in my opinion, because I'm going from 1 being the most detailed to 10 being not least detailed, but like on this list detailed. Okay, so this is the most detailed mod from BeamNG in my opinion. This is the Ford Taurus mod, and extremely high detailed in my opinion, because it has working airbags when you wreck the vehicle, which is just crazy for a BeamNG mod. Most mods, I think this is like the only mod that I know of that actually has working airbags. I can't get them to the point now, I'm not going fast enough. Mailbox or something. There we go. But yeah, extremely high detail. And when you start the car, there's a startup chime, which is really cool. Let's pop the hood here. Very high detailed engine model. The twin turbo V6 turbo boost engine. And all the doors are openable. This mod is extremely high detailed. Here are the configs, which there are 59 configurations. They are all really high detailed. So unfortunately, this mod has been removed from the BeamNG forums. If you click on it, you get an error. I don't know any other way to get a hold of the mod, but so for now it is unavailable. But anyways, this is the most detailed car mod in BeamNG, in my opinion. And now I'll be moving on to the second most detailed. So this is the second most detailed mod in BeamNG, in my opinion. And it has working pop-up headlights. It also supports BeamNG's halogen lighting system. And it has working scissor doors. And it even has a spare tire in the front, which I'll open here. I think it's back here. There we go. Even has a spare tire in the front. And this engine is very high detailed, even more detailed than the last one. And even more which is really cool. There are 27 configurations for this mod. You get some of the earlier configurations, some of the later ones. And here's the page on the BeamNG forums, with the download link down here. Shows all the update versions and stuff. is a very high detailed mod. And that's about it for this mod, so now I will be moving on to the third most detailed mod in my opinion. This is the Gavril Vertex, which is also an insanely high detailed mod. At least on the Ford Focus. And all the doors are openable. And even the interior lights come on when you open the door. Very high detailed engine bay. And the thing that's really cool about this mod is that it has a working radio. Very high detail. Very high detailed interior too. And it supports BeamNG's halogen lighting system. There are 105 configurations for this car, which is just insane. And this mod is available on the in-game repository. And there's a whole bunch of updates and stuff. It is a very high detailed mod. And that's about it for this mod, so now I'm gonna move on to the fourth most detailed mod in my opinion. This next mod is the Hirochi CCF. And this mod is really high detailed. You can unlatch the roof, and you can pull it back with node grabber, and you can even roll down the windows. And the touchscreen works, which is really cool. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. And you can adjust the mirrors, which is really cool. Let's see. Oh, that can change the drive modes. I didn't even notice that until now. Hazard lights, start, stop. Oh no, that changes the dash up here. So you can see G-force, car damage. That's cool. Oh, that's start, stop. Wow. Open the roof. Wait. Does it have auto roof opening? Oh. Please open the roof first. I'm not quite sure what this does. And all the doors are openable. the hood here. We got very high detailed engine bay, little flat 4, and there's also flat 6 engines for this mod. Very high detailed. And it also supports the halogen lighting system, except it's a bit harder to see on this car since it's more modern. But it's a very cool mod. Very fun to mess around with. There are 51 configurations for this vehicle, and that might actually not be very accurate because I do have some mods to expand the configurations for this vehicle. So there's probably more like 48 or 49. This mod is available on the in-game repository. But this is a very high detailed mod. And now I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is the Bugatti Chiron mod. It is also very high detailed, except the doors are not openable. Very high detailed though, except for doors not being openable. And the cool thing is, when you start it up, the lights on the front, how they gradually turn on. I think that's so cool. Very detailed engine bay. There are 28 configurations for this mod. And this mod is available on the BeamNG forums, which is made by the same person that makes the Gavril Vertex. And there's the download file. But this is a very high detailed mod. And now I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is the Chevy Caprice mod, which is also extremely high detailed. This looks like it's parking brake. And that's hood, obviously. But very high detailed. There are 47 configs, and they are all really detailed. And it's also including the Chevy Impala configs, like the one that I was using. So it's not just Caprice, though Impala does use the Caprice chassis. Here is the BeamNG forums mod. So here's all the download files. Very high detailed mod. Now I think I'll be moving on to like maybe the 6th most detailed mod. This is the Ford Crown Victoria mod. It's also very high detailed. And all the doors are openable. And I'm gonna pop the hood. open the doors. And that's the light. Oh, that's the interior light. Bunch of working buttons. And it also supports the BeamNG halogen lighting system. This mod also has 47 configurations, all very high detailed. Here's the forums page for this mod. And here's the download file. Yeah, this is a very high detailed mod. And now I'm going to move on to like maybe I think the 7th most detailed. This is the Fury. Which is also an extremely high detailed mod. And I used it in my last video. And I did a short review on that last video. This car is a very high detailed SUV. And all doors are openable. And this car actually uses the same frame as the Sunburst. You can see by the shape of how the rear window forms into the trunk is the same on a Sunburst. And it also supports the halogen lighting, really only for the blinkers, because it's hard to see with the tail lights. This mod is available on the in-game repository. And it's created by the same guy that makes the career overhaul. Very high detailed mod. Yeah, that's about it for this mod. Now I'm gonna move on to like, I think 8th most high detailed. Or maybe this next mod is the Subaru Impreza mod. This is also a very high detailed mod, all openable doors. The engine bay it's okay. And the interior is really good. And it also supports the BeamNG halogen lighting system. This vehicle has 68 configurations, all very high detailed. And it does also include the WRX configurations, since that car is just based off of the same frame of the Impreza. And this mod is available on the BeamNG forums. And here's the download file. This mod is a very, very fun car to drive around. And it's pretty high detailed. Now I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is the Hirochi Talent, which is a cute little tea truck, which I love sea vehicles. I just love how small they are. But this mod is very high detailed. All doors are openable, and even you can fold the bed sides down. And this car or truck is rear engine, so you can fold that down. And there's a little 4-cylinder on its side. Very high detail. Here are the 24 configurations for it, all very high detailed. And this mod is available on the in-game repository. Very high detailed. Now I will be moving on to the configuration pack mods. Both of these vehicles right here are out of the KLJP config pack, which adds multiple parts and new configs for all the Japanese cars in the game. And these are two of the cars that come actually included with the mod. They have very detailed engine bays, and the mod includes a lot of configurations, also for the existing Japanese vehicles. This config pack is available in the in-game repository, and it requires the core mod for it to work. These are two vehicles from the Urban War pack, which I shouldn't call this a config pack. It comes with 3 vehicles, which these are 2 of them, the Bruckel Proxima and the Bruckel VRV. Both very high detailed cars, very high detailed engine bays, which they actually use the same engine. And yeah. So here it is on the in-game repository. You also need the Urban Core resource package for it. And that's about it for today's video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.